Well, the album has a name. Finally. Thank you so much to everyone who helped out with the that survey I sent out just to help whittle down the choices from that short list of 5. Your responses really helped me clarify my decision. And I should mention that I did invoke executive privilege, and I've chosen the name that came in second place. So I'll explain why in a moment. But anyway, the name that got the most votes was Old Dog, New Trick, which I love because it appeals to my irreverent sense of humor. And I'm sure you'll be seeing it in other capacities, like I think it'll be used in some Facebook ads and like in interviews, things like that. But the name that I have selected is Bridge Across the Years. And here's why. It was just in the last few weeks where the symbolism really started to just jump out at me. If we go back to January of this year, when I was getting my website set up, I needed an image that represented the album, and I had no clue what I was going to use for the album artwork. So I chose this image, which was taken from a poster I created about 5 years ago for a show I organized. And it was a monumental occasion because it was my first time back on stage after like about a 35-year absence. In terms of the image used, I just wanted something that would, for the poster, I just wanted something that would symbolize New Westminster, where I live, and music. So someone seeing the poster would clue in really quickly that, oh, this must be New Westminster, because this is the iconic river scene in New West. And with the guitar, obviously, it represents music. And that was all it was to it. I have zero artistic ability when it comes to creating something like this, and thankfully our singer's wife, Tamara Echeverria, has just a gift for graphics. So she put this together, and she just did an outstanding job of taking what was inside my head and making it real. So the artwork has always been very special to me for a number of different reasons. So in January, I thought, okay, well, let's use this as a placeholder. And that's all it was for the longest time. But gradually, it was like, okay, that will be the album artwork. But it was only like as August was shifting into September, I was really needing to figure a name for the album because, you know, I'm getting tired of uploading things to Spotify or performing rights organizations. And for the album section, I had to keep writing to be determined. So, okay, I need to pick a name. And it just suddenly dawned on me the amount of symbolism in this piece of art. Because if I look back over my life, music has been the constant. It's been the thing that's always been there from a younger kid to me as an older person. My parents bought me my first guitar when I was about 8 years old. And I think it was around 3 or 4 weeks later, the Beatles made their first appearance on the Ed Sullivan Show. And that was like game over for me. From that point onwards, music was a huge force in my life. So symbolically, given that there was a huge gap of me not being active in the music industry, this to me was like the bridge from my younger self to my older self. So all this symbolism was wrapped up in this picture. So I was leaning towards that, and to see it get such, like I just spent a few minutes describing to you the thinking behind it, whereas with Old Dog, New Trick, you get it right away. But the fact that so many of you chose this or Bridge Across the Years without any background, that made me feel a lot more comfortable going with that. And the icing on the cake was I got an email last night from someone on my mailing list who lives in New Zealand. Shout out to Sylvie. And she said she chose Bridge Across the Years as her first choice. And she said it's such a beautiful, meaningful name. That to me was like the icing on the cake to get it done. So yeah, well, you'll see that name popping up in multiple places from this point forward. And as for this t-shirt, that's another message. You'll be getting it pretty soon. Anyway, take care, and thanks so much for helping me out with that choice. Cheers.